Okay. I've cut all of the jalapenos. Now I'm ready to scoop them all out. Let's see. And I think I'm going to be a little bit less careful this time, or from here on out. And just rinse them. No, I'm not going to rinse them, that's not. It's not cool. By the way, if you notice that the video stopped and then started again, that's because my wife called asking me where the poppers are. Yes, I am complaining. Not really, but still. First time cooking jalapeno poppers. First time cooking anything jalapeno. This is why planning is very important, because now I have a whole bunch of stuff and the only place for it to go is on the floor if I don't want to move all these. So it goes on the floor. Jalapeno feet. Ah! Jalapeno rinsing. Tiny jalapeno. Now, is it better to use fresh jalapenos or bruised jalapenos? I have no idea. Seems like anytime I see cooked jalapeno or anything, they look like they're not so fresh. Like they weren't fresh before it was cooked. But I don't know, maybe that's what happens when you cook them. They get all wrinkly. As I said, I've never cooked with jalapenos. Okay, now for the stuffing. Let's go with the small pino. So I can get some extra on this one. Stealing some pino cheese. I know, my humor sucks. Is that the correct match? Oh, good enough. Yeah, there's so much room in there. It's like throwing a jalapeno in the hallway. That was horrible. Okay. One thing that personally for me is really irritating about cooking with stuff like this is it's not consistent. There's big ones, there's small ones. Never know what you're gonna get. Creates interesting though. I guess. Put that back up. There's some extra in here. Next time I'm going to think of putting something in here with the cheese. If you have any ideas about jalapeno popper variations, please let me know. Not only is this my first time cooking jalapeno poppers, this is also the first time making a cooking video. And by the way, I do not have any, well, I have only very, very, very limited video editing software because I'm about as poor as you possibly get, while still not being homeless with a family and still being able to eat. Disabled family. Basically, not only my son is diagnosed autism, and I stay home to take care of him. That is a choice, I understand that. Am I missing a jalapeno? But staying home and taking care of that, obviously I'm not working. There's also the issue of the fact that I am also diagnosed autistic. I have debilitating depression. Granted, this depression is due to being dysfunctional. Chemical predisposition to depression. But I had come a long ways, and then, you know, getting a family and not being able to take care of my family creates depression in and of itself. Anxiety issues and chronic fatigue. syndrome. CFS. So basically, I double stuffed a jalapeno. This is the same jalapeno. I think I'm going to... Okay, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm going to start rolling these things up and see where I land. I might just keep those just like that. Oh, this one's overstuffed too. Anyway, keep those right there. Yummy. Let's see. I think this one's a little bit bigger, so. Now, a friend of mine introduced me to these. He made a whole bunch. A little bit different than how I'm making these ones. And he told me to use 2 bacon per. He's also using pork bacon. Not that that's any different in size, but he told me to use 2 bacon per jalapeno. And of course I'm not doing that, I'm doing 1. And that is because, again, I ran out of money and I can't get more bacon. So I'm doing what I can. Finding solutions every day. I should keep them all going the same way. Okay, I can get 10 like that. And please feel free to criticize in any way that you can, because I want to know. I want to really know how my videos are viewed and what I can do to make them better. So please, complain, criticize, be brutal. I want to know. That's a pretty good size one. Yeah. I have no idea how long I'm supposed to cook these for. No idea. And I don't really care. That was a complaint, probably. She doesn't know that I'm making these by hand, or from scratch. Oh, by the way, it's Mother's Day. And I believe she likes jalapenos. Oh gosh, this is going to be like a 25-minute video. Okay. I know. I'm going to make it over. No. What am I going to do? I know. I'm going to take half of the cream cheese out and divide it into 12. I'm going to put a little dab on top of each one. So when it's baking, it's going to melt down and kind of burn over the bacon. I hope. Overstuffed. Oh, just for any of you were curious about my comment earlier, no, autism doesn't always mean that you have an issue with speaking. It's more of a sensory issue. The speaking can happen because of it, or depending on the specific reason why you have autistic symptoms, can happen. But that was a bad idea. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to get... Okay, back to that. Divide that into 3. And put it on the... Or divide that into 2. And no, I'm not using aluminum on my pan. It is stained and disgusting looking. But aluminum is a lot worse for you. And yes, particles of aluminum do get in your food whenever you cook with it. It is a neurotoxin and contributes to autistic symptoms. Now, contrary, some research that you do, you will find that aluminum is not actually biologically active, therefore it doesn't hurt you, but that's not completely true. Aluminum is not a natural metal. It is made by, well, aluminum metal is produced in a laboratory, well, not literally a laboratory, but in a factory with by use of chemicals. And it's just not worth the risk. Too much flaky about it. Anyway, I'm leaving these two without that. Let's see how it turns out.